A large crowd comprising family, friends and members of staff of Capital Oil and Gas Limited stormed the Federal High Court, Lagos, in anticipation of the judgment to a suit filed by the businessman Ifeanyi Ubah to challenge his detention by the Department of State Services, DSS. The DSS, in statements put before the court, says it arrested the businessman over claims made by the NNPC and AMCON alleging economic sabotage and diversion of petroleum products stored in his tank farm. The value of the petroleum products was put at 11 billion naira. Lawyers to the DSS declined to speak on camera, but lawyers to Capital Oil say a thorough put agreement between the company and the NNPC allows for conversion and diversion of the products by the operator, so long as he's prepared to redeliver the products within 7 days of demand or to pay a penalty for default. They also say that the default should have been treated as a debt, which could well have been paid from an alleged debt owed the businessman by the NNPC.
In the affidavits we have filed, we have shown that there is no such debt. In fact, it is the NNPC that is owing Capital Oil and Dr. Ubah amounts in excess of 10 billion naira and $8 million US.
In the judgment to enforce his fundamental rights, Justice Mohammed Idris ordered the DSS to charge the businessman to court within 48 hours or release him unconditionally. Justice Idris also held that Mr. Ubah's detention without charge violates his rights to move freely. The Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, was directed to ensure strict and due compliance with the judgment. But minutes after this judgment was delivered, an Abuja FCT High Court granted an extension for the detention of Mr. Ubah for another 14 days after listening to an ex parte application from the DSS. The security agency says the order was necessary pending the conclusion of its investigation into the allegations against him. Lawyers to the businessman, however, say that his detention cannot be in perpetuity and the DSS risk being in contempt of court if it fails to release Mr. Ubah.
There is no contradiction between the judgment of the court here and the order made in Abuja. And the reason is this: the Constitution says that within 48 hours, you should take any person that you have a reasonable suspicion that he has committed a crime, you should take that person to court. That is what the court have emphasized here. Take him to court.
Meanwhile, members of staff of Capital Oil and Gas have cried out to the government to ensure the release of their chairman so as to save the jobs of over 2,000 workers. Shola Shoyeli, Channels Television News.